Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. You ever try to cut corners on a workstation PC and end up with something that feels like it's running through molasses? I've been there. Cheap pre-builts that promise power but throttle under real workloads, fans that sound like jet engines, and storage that crawls when you're juggling large files. It's frustrating, especially when you're trying to meet a deadline or just get through a creative session without wanting to throw the whole thing out the window. That's why I want to talk about the ASUS ProArt Station PD5. It's not some flashy custom build with neon lights and questionable cable management. It's a solid, no-nonsense workstation designed for creators who actually need reliability. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. So what makes this thing different from those budget pre-builts that sound like they're about to take off? For starters, it comes with an Intel Core i7-11700 processor. That's not some watered-down mobile chip, it's a full desktop CPU with 8 cores and 16 threads, built to handle heavy multitasking without breaking a sweat. Whether you're editing 4K video, running multiple virtual machines, or working in 3D modeling software, this chip keeps things moving smoothly. I've had it running Premiere Pro with a dozen tabs open in Chrome, and it barely broke a sweat. That's the kind of stability you don't get from a $600 gaming PC that's really just a repurposed laptop. Then there's the graphics card, an NVIDIA RTX 3070 with 8 GB of GDDR6. Now, I know what you're thinking, isn't that a gaming card? Sure, it can run games at high settings, but where it really shines is in creative apps. I've used it for real-time ray tracing in Blender, and the performance is night and day compared to integrated graphics or even older dedicated cards. It also supports NVIDIA's CUDA cores, which means faster exports in Premiere, After Effects, and even Lightroom when you're using GPU-accelerated filters. And with 8 GB of VRAM, you're not constantly hitting memory limits when working with high-res textures or complex scenes. Storage and memory are where this machine really flexes. You get a 1 TB PCIe NVMe SSD out of the box. That's not some slow SATA drive hiding behind a marketing gimmick. Boot times are under 10 seconds, and large file transfers happen in seconds, not minutes. Plus, it's paired with 32 GB of DDR4 RAM, which is more than enough for most creative workflows. I've loaded up Photoshop with multiple 200-megapixel files and still had room to spare. If you're someone who works with massive raw photos or 8K video, you'll appreciate not having to constantly close apps to free up memory. Connectivity is another area where this workstation doesn't cut corners. You've got RJ45 gigabit Ethernet for stable, high-speed internet, no more buffering during cloud syncs or laggy video calls. There's an HDMI 1.4 port, 2 display ports, and multiple USB options, so you can hook up multiple monitors or high-res displays without needing a dongle collection. And since it runs Windows 11 Home, you're not stuck with some stripped-down version of the OS that feels like it's missing half its features. Oh, and I almost forgot, the ProArt Station comes with a complimentary 3-month Adobe Creative Cloud subscription. That's a nice little bonus if you're already paying for Photoshop, Illustrator, or Premiere anyway. It's not a forever deal, but it's enough to get you started without having to scramble for a trial. Now, let's be real, no product is perfect. The ProArt Station isn't the smallest desktop out there, so if you're tight on desk space, you'll need to plan accordingly. And while the RTX 3070 is powerful, it's not the absolute latest card on the market. If you're chasing cutting-edge performance for AI workloads or 8K gaming, you might want to look elsewhere. But for most creators, video editors, graphic designers, photographers, this thing is more than enough. Overall, the ASUS ProArt Station PD5 is a solid investment for anyone who needs a reliable workstation without the hassle of building one from scratch. It's quiet, efficient, and built to last. If you're tired of cheap pre-builts that can't keep up with real work, this might be the upgrade you've been looking for. You can find the full specs and current pricing down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.